Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I don't know if it was John Hughes or Matthew Broderick that came up with the infamous line, but I know it holds the truth. It holds the ability to summon a moment of contemplation, a contemplation of the natural self subtracted from society.
Society will always be a chaotic good.
However, one of its irreplaceable features is speed. But I often feel that the immense dynamics of modern society force a dissolution of where we can grow, a space nearly forgotten.
Where speed, time, can be ignored.
When I first stepped into these woods, I thought I was prepared. I packed for a hike. What I experienced was one of the strongest periods of self-reflection I've ever endured. As I walked above the pine needles and below the dark December sky, I began to listen to an album I had never heard before. Souvenirs. And though it was an album of re-recordings, John Prine's voice, now older, holding more stories and memories, invoked a feeling of comfort that was unconditionally intense. Even now I can recall it. It clung away, refusing to let the walls of the forest feel unfamiliar. As I walked, avoiding puddles and fallen branches, I felt the noises of the cars dissipate and be replaced by the singing of the winter birds. As the hours elapsed, I was aware of their passing, but for the first time, the fleeting time, the sense of urgency, held no value. And as the albums ended and were substituted, their noises only served to accompany my reflections. I was at a point where I did not know where I would attend college. I did not know where I would live, where I would find myself, where I would grow. I felt completely out of control of my future. But in a time when the future seemed so disordered, I now held the ability to keep walking forward, sinking further into the trees, further into the unknown, further into the future, but not doing it alone. We cannot know our own fares, but we can discover ourselves. I discovered a home in the San Velasco forest that would be there for me regardless of where I decided to set my next foot. I discovered my purpose to admire and respect as much as I create. I discovered the importance of simplicity in the quest for happiness. As my footsteps led me to the asphalt, I had no feelings of exhaustion. For though my feet had been moving, I was certain in every step. As I closed the car door, I sat in silence. John Prine's voice returned to Montgomery. I now had to travel into the future alone. As I sat in the quiet for one last time, I rolled down the window. And despite the albums running out of black, I still heard the music of the birds, reminding me of where I could disregard the timer, where I could find the home I was meant to occupy. With their blessing, I started the engine.
All the snow is turned to water. Christmas days have come and gone. Broken toys and faded colors are all that's left to linger on.